What's going on, everybody? This will be the first video for the RZR build series. There she is right there. Got the first couple packages in and getting ready to start this thing. We got the rock lights in. My wife got me these for Christmas. This is the Infinite Off-Road. Oh, there you go. Infinite Off-Road RZR Pro specific kit. And Infinite's pretty much all I've ever run. Lifetime warranty, or my bad, 25-year. Pretty much you break it, we replace it warranty, no questions asked. Very bright, reliable. I've been running them for like 10 years. Got this nice little magnetic keys that they always send. Stickers, always nice. And it should, yeah, nice. It is a plug and play pulse bar harness, relay, everything, just dummy proof wiring kit versus their just generic UTV kit. You kind of wire it up as it goes. These are pro specific mounting plates. So this comes with 6. You're gonna have, I believe one is gonna mount somewhere in this vicinity. You got 2 for the rear. I believe one gets mounted here and the other one somewhere by the shock reservoir. So you'll have a nice light output all over the rear, radius rods, trailing arms, shocks, everything will be lit up real nice. And one up front and then the one under the grill, little light strip. But really excited for this. No more guesswork and playing around trying to figure out what light placement gets the best light output. Just really nice. Out the way. I know you can't feel the weight on camera. This thing is probably, I don't know, 8-9 pounds. Let's see if it's got weight on the box. Maybe. It says 5 pounds, but I'm calling BS. These rock lights got some serious weight to them. And this is just their 12-watt kit. I had their 24-watt solid white on my Expedition, and they were ridiculous. They were just massive. Went with the 12 watt on these, figured that'd be 20. Yeah, these are really solid, all aluminum, just solid. Got all 6 lights here. Looks like those are, oh, the other light. Instructions. We got 2 of the 12-inch RGB plus W strips. And by the way, these are RGB plus W because I couldn't decide if I wanted white or orange. So we get to have all of it. And this is all the RZR Pro specific plug and play harnessing. So all these leads, I believe they send you a couple extensions, but all of these are supposed to be the right length so you don't have 20 feet of leftover wire that you gotta hide somewhere and hopefully make it look decent. But yeah, this is it. Getting ready to toss these on. Should be very simple. I'm really excited about the plug and play kit. Just hoping it cuts down a wire because all the Infinite kits I've installed, they have tons of wiring, just enough for a crew cab truck. So should be pretty nice. I'm excited to see how the placement goes with these. I'm gonna get started on this, and got the Fang lights over here, waiting on the orange Armored Edition front fascia to come in. But there you go, we got the Fang lights. They got a little sequential signal for little like startup sequence when you turn it on and off. But yeah, that's project for today. Well, these will be another day waiting on the orange fascia, but that'll be in the same video. So yeah, getting ready to toss these on there, and I'll pick up as soon as I get some progress made. Stay tuned. All right, got the lights mounted. Took me a minute to get them adjusted how I want, but the brackets make it really nice. You can see the bounce to, you can kind of see it's like a factory, like a little knob on one of the frame rails with a hole in it. Put a big washer on the back side, like a fender washer, and it mounts it nice up in there. And I kind of bent the bracket a little bit to get that angle. And then the rear, same thing, it uses an existing hole. Come on, camera. It mounts right there on the frame rail there. And another one, I don't know if that's exactly where Infinite was intending on it to be mounted, but I've got it mounted by the shock for the time being. I'm gonna cycle the suspension to make sure it doesn't touch it, and if it does, I'll move it. But as of now, it's close, but not touching. But that should give it a nice light pattern shining there, down out this way, and then the same on that side, of course. But yeah, so far, pretty clean and simple install. Gonna run some wires and get this thing finished up and see how the light output is. All right, got some progress made. As you can see, the buggy is all torn apart. All the lights are mounted and the rears have been wired up. See if I can get this gimbal control right. Wrong way. See, it's pretty clean install. All the wires ran over there and they are run through the tunnel. Nothing is tied yet, but got everything out. Trying to do it as clean as I can. And being this was the pro specific kit, it has a pulse bar plug right here. Get it to focus. There you go. Pulse bar plug, relay, inline fuse, and then it's got a rocker switch that is right there. The camera does not want to focus. But yeah, went ahead and did that. Obviously none of this is tied up yet. I'm wiring it still. Got nice Deutsch connectors on everything. Everything's waterproof. This is the little RGB controller box. Very simple. You got one lead here, gonna control the front. Second lead down here, that's what runs through the tunnel with a 4-way splitter back here. And while it's apart, this machine, like I said earlier, is gonna be getting a bunch of audio, and I think I've actually decided to do 6.5 versus 4. So while it's apart, I have decided to run all my speaker wire. So we have 4 runs of OFC, what is this? 14 gauge, 16 gauge. 4 runs of 16 gauge speaker wire wrapped in heat tape. Gonna go ahead and run that through the tunnel with everything else. And I'll leave this end just kind of tied up by the B-pillar. So that way when the cage gets here, I can wire the speakers inside the enclosure in the cage and then tie it all in. And the other end of it will be under the dash for my amp, and should make a pretty simple install. Those of y'all that have a Pro know it's not hard to get the interior apart, but definitely takes a minute. And I'm very OCD with my wiring, so I always take my time, make everything as clean as I can. So yeah, gonna get back to getting wires run. All I got left to do is do the front rock lights. They're mounted. I just gotta wire them and put the grill strip. It comes with 2, probably just gonna use 1. Gotta run that, tidy the wiring up, and that will be it for the rock lights. Yeah, just waiting on a few more parts to show up, and got a little teaser over there. That's the wheels that's gonna be running. These are the new MSA Sparks 24x10 gloss black finish, 5 lug. These things are slick. I'm fired up to see these things on there and get an idea. Got that. And there's the buggy. This is gonna look completely different. Like I said, getting orange fascia, super low cage. Cage is gonna end up being like roughly here, a little above this frog skin. Well, phone got full, had to delete some videos. Had like almost 400 gigs of video. So anyways, yeah, getting ready to finish this thing up as far as wiring is concerned, and I'll pick back up once we get the rest of it wired up and hopefully get the next little bit of parts in, finish this video off. Thanks for watching, stay tuned. All right, there we have it. All the wiring is done. Camera's making the lights look kind of funny, but they're set to like a whitish blue right now. I was playing with the colors earlier. Pink actually looks really good for whatever reason on these springs. It makes it almost look fluorescent. Let me kill the garage lights real quick. See the wheels peeking over there. There you go. Just gotta, you can see it's glowing off the spring and making the ground look almost pink right there. Springs look very fluorescent. Looks pretty cool. But yep, that's it. Got the rear ones done. Ended up putting the grill piece in there. Let's see. Yeah, certain colors, depending on how you slide the RGB slider, the scale can get a little off. But and the camera makes it look a little weird too. But it's the RGB plus W, 12 watt, and I put the rocker switch right there. Let me cut the lights back on so I can show y'all what else I've done. Really take my time. I'm very OCD with wiring. I do it for a living on heavy equipment, so I take my time with it. But I ended up going ahead and running 4 runs of 16 gauge, wrapping it in heat shrink. You can see there, actually. Let's get a light. There we go. Put some light on the subject. So that harness you see right there looks factory. That is all the speaker wire. Runs up there, whatnot, and it comes out right here by the cage. And I have open ends. That's what's going to go into the roof where the audio is. Other end of it is right here. This is what's gonna go to the amp. Got that all tucked up. A little bit of the wiring for the rock lights. I'm not tying this down permanently yet because I have a lot left to do under here. The amp is gonna, it's gonna go in this little spot. UTV stereo mount. So you're waiting to tie the rest of it up till I get that here. But yeah, making progress. This is definitely the most tedious part of it. Wiring and making sure everything looks good. But yeah, I'm gonna probably finish this off here until the fascia shows up. Put the fascia on, get the thing lights in, and button this thing back together. Stay tuned. Why I completely forgotten I ordered these. Was not even planning on doing this in this video, and they just showed up. This is the dash lights for the I guess the ultimate trims, where those black insets are right there and there. There's already plugs there for the factory lighting. Forgot I ordered these. So yeah, let me toss these in there, turn them on. I believe they have a little sequence maybe that comes on with the key. I don't know. Let me toss these things in there and show you what they look like. All right, that took a whopping 5 minutes. Being already had the dash off made it super easy. It's 2 like T27s, I believe here, 5 there, bolted in, and it's got a little pulse bar plug that goes there. Hook a power cable to the power eye on your pulse bar. Don't mind this. Still waiting for my amp to come in so I can tidy all this up at once. But yeah, let's see what they look like. Nice, simple, clean, just makes it look a little more luxurious, if you would. Gives you a little light inside too, I guess. Yeah, still waiting on the front fascia to come in. Maybe one day. This video has been going on about 4 days, 5 days at this point, just waiting on parts. So stay tuned, and hopefully have this fascia in soon to wrap this video up with all the lighting complete. Well, this video has taken a turn. As you see here, we have some audio. Originally I said, gonna break this up into another video. However, the orange fascia I ordered like 3 weeks ago has still not come in. So my thing lights are still not in. The buggy's pretty much, as you saw in the last clip, even though it's been several days. So I'm gonna wrap this video up by showing off the amp mounts and all the wiring for it. Wrap this up, and then next video we'll pick up will be the suspension. But as you see, I got the UTV stereo. It's the Elite Series 1600 watt 5-channel amp. The way I'm gonna do this, we'll have a total of 6 concrete audio 6.5s wired at 2 ohms per pair. So we're gonna run 3 channels out of the 4. The 4th one will be open, roughly 200 RMS per 2 ohm channel. So each speaker gets 100 RMS. Sub is also, it's a dual 4 Sundown SDL 12, which will be 800 RMS at 2 ohms. And then I've got their Dash specific Pro mount for the amplifier is really nice. Amplifier wiring kit, plug and play for the Elite Series amp. The RCA out converter that you need if you have Ride Command. There's other brands, but I've used YouTube Stereo stuff in the past and it's really good quality. Plug and play, Ride Command, RCA outs, straight to the amp, nice and easy. And if you're running a sub like I am, you want to get some form of sub input for your amp. So instead of just going with a standard RCA converter, I got their bass knob. There you go. Got the bass knob. This plugs into the factory sub out on the Ride Command head unit. And then you have this pigtail with RCAs that will go from the bass knob to here into the amp. So everything is very plug and play, super simple, very OEM-like. So yeah, I'm about to toss this in there and give y'all a sneak peek of something I mounted yesterday. It is absolutely nasty, 45 degrees and raining outside and dark, but got one of the tires and wheels mounted last night. Yes, I do these by hand. 50-inch Assassinator, new 24x10 MSA Sparks. These things look insane. Pictures and videos do not do it justice. That tire is massive. Pulled a tape on it last night. It's right at 51 inches tall. So it is much larger than what people would call a 50-inch BKT. Lugs over here on the shoulder was like 3.5, almost 3 3/4 inches. Over here is 2.5. Lugs are deeper than a 50 BKT, at least a 171 that is. I would say this tire is much more comparable to like a 273 BKT as far as height and lug depth. So yeah, stay tuned. This, like I said, this build's gonna be crazy. Stay tuned. Gonna get all the stuff tossed in the dash, show y'all how everything mounts, plugs in, and I'll pick back up once I make some progress. All right, a couple hours later, thanks to my extremely OCD self wiring, we got the amp in and it is all wired up. You can see the UTV stereo bracket, super nice. Uses factory holes there, factory holes. There's like a countersunk screw that holds a bracket in. Amp just drops right in place. It looks like a mess, but I promise it's a lot of wires that I've condensed. Gonna be running this amp, like I said, in full 4-channel, but only utilizing 3, wired at 2 ohms. Did the UTV stereo bass knob, which is also the subwoofer output for the Ride Command. So you got a pair of RCAs that come out of here and then go into this amp, total of 3 pairs of RCAs. Went ahead and wired up the wires that I ran back here previous in this video. So this will be what's going to hook up to my roll cage. I'll put a Deutsch connector on this so it'll be waterproof, so I can do quick connects if ever I take the cage off. Everything is shrink wrapped, heat taped, so it's all protected. And waiting on the SSV Works dash speaker pods right there. But yeah, this is it. Well, in the video here, like I said, I was hoping the front end would be done, but I'm getting screwed around my players on that. But the Ride Command hookups, for anybody wondering, are right there. Let's see. That is the main Ride Command hookup there, and the subwoofer out is right there. So they're pre-terminated and capped. You just uncap them, plug the adapters in, and that's it. This thing should sound pretty good. Yeah, some more goodies over here. Just got parts for days. Give you another little teaser before I end this. Ended up going with the full ORB radius rod setup, and that's Zenith Blue, which is gonna match this. So radius rods, pull plate, all this good stuff. These Zenith Blue. Trying to keep that color scheme going. Just wait, this thing's gonna turn out pretty wicked. I got a lot of powder coating doing to it, so I'm gonna quit rambling in this video and stay tuned. Hopefully have another one posted in about a week or 2, depending on how long parts take to show up. But yeah. Sadie's down the stuff in the portals. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to the channel. I'll keep y'all updated. Peace.